Yo, what's up? Silverwing here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Total Drama Pokemon teams. So basically, I took all of the Gen 1 Total Drama characters and gave them all Pokemon teams based on how well I think the Pokemon fit their characters. The very first Pokemons you see in their parties are their partner Pokemon, aka their main starting line Pokemon for their lineup. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. But first we have Ezekiel, whose team consists of Machamp, Electivire, Conkeldurr, Tyranitar, Rhydon, and his lead Tauros. So, as for Tauros, I feel like since Ezekiel is a prairie boy or a farmer, I feel like a cow Pokemon such as Tauros will fit his character pretty well. And for others such as Machamp, Electivire, and Conkeldurr, Tyranitar, and Rhydon, I feel like that he will have some very pretty tough Pokemon to match his views on masculinity. Next up is Eva, whose team consists of Hitmonlee, Throw, Skarmory, Gyarados, Tyranitar, and her lead Machoke. So as you can see, half of her team is fighting type Pokemon, which obviously match Eva fairly well. And I decided to use Machoke instead of Machamp because I don't think anyone would be willing to trade any Pokemon with Eva, since the only way to evolve Machoke is through trade evolution. And as for Pokemon like Skarmory, Skarmory has a pretty good defense and can be pretty aggressive, along with Gyarados and Tyranitar, who are also aggressive Pokemon, which I feel matches Eva's rage pretty well. Next up is Noah, whose team consists of Dragonite, Alakazam, Rotom, Milotic, Porygon Z, and his lead Metagross. So Metagross in the description in the Pokedex has the intelligence of a supercomputer, and I feel like Noah would appreciate a Pokemon with such a high intelligence. Same goes for Dragonite and Alakazam, who are also known for being pretty smart. And Rotom, knowing Rotom um can possess different household appliances, I feel like that'll give Noah a chance to develop certain strategies to outsmart his opponents using that special ability of Rotom. As for my Milotic, my I feel like my Milotic would fit Noah pretty well, since it has high defenses, and its ability to raise his defense with status conditions. I feel like Noah will put that to good use. And Porygon Z, same thing, same concept as Rotom. I feel like Porygon Z's ability to possess certain types depending on his moves will fit well with Noah, since he can develop certain strategies and use that to his advantage. Next is Justin, whose team consists of Gardevoir, Delphox, Delcatty, Alolan Persian, Furfrou, and his lead is Blastoise. So, as for Blastoise, I feel like Justin would pick Pokemon based on how well they could fit his beauty, and so I feel like using Blastoise's his water cannons, it could create a beautiful background of like a fountain, and Justin would be posing in front of it and all that, and have the water fall on his skin. Like same concept as he did in the talent show, with the water modeling thing, whatever, in Total Drama Island. And like I feel like Justin would be a Pokemon coordinator more than a battler, so this team could fit him pretty well. As for Delphox and Gardevoir, same concept. It'll show off their beauty along with Justin. And Delcatty, I feel like Justin will have a Delcatty, since that Pokemon is pretty tame, and I feel like that alone with Alolan Persian will match Justin's sly personality. And Furfrou, I mean, since you can style Furfrou's fur however you wish, so I feel like Justin will take advantage of that to match his beauty as well. Next is Katie and Sadie. I basically gave them the same team, which consists of Jigglypuff, Vulpix, Clefairy, Bellossom, Sylveon, and their leads Nidoking and Nidoqueen. I just really picked Pokemon based on how I think they would view them as cute. And as for Nidoking and Nidoqueen, they'll have a good dynamic. Such like Katie and Sadie have a good dynamic with each other. I feel like Nidoking and Nidoqueen work best with each other as well, which is why they each have one of the Pokemon. Which one has which, I don't know, and I don't care. Next is Tyler, whose team consists of Sock, Machamp, Dodrio, Lucario, Rapidash, and his lead Blaziken. So Blaziken, Sock, and Machamp, I feel like they'll match Tyler's fighting spirit. As for Dodrio, Dodrio is known for being kind of a klutz with three heads, never agreeing with each other, and therefore being quite clumsy, which matches Tyler pretty well. And Lucario, I feel like Lucario can help Tyler focus his fighting and athletic abilities more, and be able to hone his skills. As for Rapidash, honestly, I feel like Tyler will have Rapidash just to take Lindsay on a ride on Rapidash into the setting sun. He seems like the type of guy who would do that. Next is Izzy, whose team consists of Gengar, Sceptile, Malamar, Infernape, Alolan Meowth, and her lead Meowscarada. So, Meowscarada, I feel like it will match Izzy pretty well since they're both known for being mischievous. Same with Gengar and Malamar, and Alolan Meowth. As for Sceptile, Sceptile is known for being fast and good in trees, which I'm pretty sure Izzy has proven over time in Total Drama Island. And Infernape, I feel like Infernape will match Izzy's fighting style more since we've seen her sparring with Chef, and I feel like Infernape will be a good sparring partner for Izzy as well. And plus, Fire, Izzy, yeah. This is Cody, whose team consists of Gothitelle, Ludicolo, Obstagoon, Riolu, Krokorok, and his lead Porygon Z. So same concept as Noah. I feel like Porygon Z will match Cody pretty well, seeing as it's kind of a techie Pokemon, and Cody can figure out how to use that to his advantage. Gothitelle, Gwen, don't need to go into explanation with that. Ludicolo, I feel like Ludicolo's joyous personality will match Cody pretty well. Like bring up his spirit whenever he's not having a good time. Obstagoon, I feel like Cody will have Obstagoon because Obstagoon seems like a Pokemon that Gwen might like, so Cody will want it too, just to impress her. As for Riolu, I feel like Riolu's like same concept as Lucario with Tyler. I feel like Riolu would help Cody with his keep his emotions in check and make sure not to go overboard over someone like Gwen. And Crocodile, I feel like Cody will have Crocodile seeing how cool it is, and he wants to be cool just like Crocodile, so he'll have him with him and help him be cool. Next is Beth. Ugh, this is my least favorite team. Her team consists of Audino, Jigglypuff, Clefable, Alchemy, Happiny, and her lead Lechonk, or whatever, however you pronounce that thing. So Lechonk, I mean, Beth is a farmer. That thing's a pig, so that's self-explanatory. And as for all the others, they're all fairy Pokemon. I feel like fairy Pokemon will match Beth the most, seeing how they're known for being sweet and nice, which matches Beth's personality. Next is Courtney. Her team consists of Gardevoir, Milotic, Alakazam, Empoleon, Lucario, and Altaria. So for Courtney, I had Gardevoir for Courtney because I feel like Courtney will like Gardevoir's elegance and beauty. I feel like that could match Courtney pretty well, seeing that she was in the princess costume. I feel like they'll get along pretty well and be good partners. Milotic, same concept. Like its beauty will match Courtney. Cause I feel like Courtney will want pretty elegant Pokemon on her team. And Alakazam, same concept as Noah. Alakazam is known for having high intelligence, and I think Courtney will like that very much. As for Empoleon is known for it's basically like the emperor of it's basically the emperor of the team. I feel like Courtney will like a Pokemon with good leadership and high intelligence. Lucario, same concept. Lucario is very focused. I feel like Courtney will like a good focused Pokemon. And Altaria, same concept as Gardevoir and Milotic. Its beauty would match Courtney's personality pretty well. Now for Herold. Herold has Omastar, Metagross, Sock, Slowking, Chatot, and his lead Greninja. Herold Greninja, I don't think I need to explain much about that. As for Omastar, I feel like Herold would be fascinated to have a fossil Pokemon. Because he's a nerd, fossils. I think he would like to do research on such. Metagross, high intelligence. Herold's pretty smart, so I feel like that would be a good choice. As for Sock, I feel like Sock and Herold will make good sparring partners since Herold wants to fight. Slowking is known for also having a high intelligence and staying cool under pressure, but I feel like that will match Herold pretty well. And for Chatot talks a lot, Herold talks a lot. What could go wrong? Next is Trent, whose team consists of Lapras, Bulbasaur, Kricketune, Ninetales, Revavroom, and his lead Altaria. So, Pokemon such as Altaria, Lapras, and Kricketune, I feel like they have a musical sense towards them, which I feel would fit Trent pretty well since he's also a musician. As for Bulbasaur, as you see in the anime, Ash's Bulbasaur is known for keeping cool under pressure and diffusing situations and problems. I feel like we match Trent pretty well since they're both pretty chill and cool. Ninetales, nine, don't need to explain. And Revolve Room, I feel like Trent will have that going off his story in the first aftermath of Total Drama Action, where he had that toy train when he was little, and there aren't a lot of vehicle based Pokemon, so I feel like Revolve Room will be the best choice for Trent in terms of that. Next is Bridget, probably one of the easiest teams I was able to think of. Her team consists of Vaporeon, Palafin, Tropius, Ludicolo, Corsola, and her lead Lapras. For most of the team is water type, so I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. That's for Lapras. I feel like Bridget will be able to serve ways better while riding Lapras in the water. And Vaporeon, Corsola, and Palafin. I feel like Bridget would like those Pokemon since Palafin's a dolphin, and the other two are pretty friendly and good in the water. Ludicolo's known as the carefree Pokemon, which I feel matches Bridget pretty well. As for Tropius is kind of like he's kind of like a tropical Pokemon, so I feel like a tropical Pokemon will also match Bridget's personality fairly well. Now for Lindsay, her team consists of Gardevoir, Eevee, Marill, Meowth, Furfrou, and her lead Lillipup. As you see in Lindsay's audition tape, she has a little Chihuahua, and I feel like that and Lillipup, I feel like they look kind of similar, so I think Lily will have Lillipup in her party. As for Gardevoir, Lindsay can use Gardevoir for a model, cause I feel like Gardevoir is the most model like Pokemon that would fit for Lindsay. Eevee, Marill, and Meowth are all cute Pokemon, so I feel like I think Lindsay will pick them based off that. And for Furfrou, Lindsay could practice her modeling and hairstyles on Furfrou's fur. Now for DJ, his team consists of Bunnelby, which is his lead, Munchlax, Ludicolo, I said Ludicolo, not Ludicolo, Lucario, Happiny, Godine, and Stuffle. So Bunnelby, DJ's Bunny, that's self-explanatory. Munchlax, DJ likes to cook, and I think Munchlax will most appreciate his cooking. As for Lucario, I think Lucario can help DJ focus his strengths in protecting his friends. I know DJ's a pacifist, but if his friends are in trouble, I think DJ wouldn't hesitate to help, and Lucario can help him with that instead of being a coward. Happiny, I think Happiny based off of Brock. I feel like DJ and Brock will most relate to each other in terms of their personalities. So I think Happiny will be well for DJ. As for Godine, you all remember Irene, DJ's pet fish from World Tour, so I based it off of that. And as for Stuffle, I would have chosen Beware, but I feel like Stuffle will be a better choice for DJ since it's pretty tame and harmless. So I think DJ will appreciate a Stuffle and can use him as a teddy bear. Now for Jeff, his team consists of Geodude, Lapras, Slowbro, B-Barrel, Tassimian, and his lead Ludicolo. Ludicolo, the carefree Pokemon, being partnered with Jeff, a carefree dude. I think that would fit perfectly with each other. Geodude, I'm not gonna lie, I picked Geodude just because Jeff is always saying dude, and you know Geodude. I think that would be pretty funny. Lapras, same with Bridget. I feel like Jeff would like to ride Lapras in the water and on the waves. As for Slowbro, Slowbro is a pretty chill Pokemon, so I think Jeff will like Slowbro. As for B-Barrel, remember those beavers in that challenge Total Drama Island Jeff had to bring to the cage? Yeah, I pretty much based it off of that. And as for Persimmon, Persimmon is a pretty wild and active Pokemon. I feel like Jeff would appreciate a Pokemon that might be good in a party. I think Persimmon would be a party type Pokemon that would fit Jeff pretty well. Now for Lasana, her team consists of Infernape, Bulware, Mightyena, Froakie, Roserade, and her lead Zarina. So I picked Zarina and Roserade. I feel like they'll match Lashana's sassiness pretty well, and Infernape and Bulware they'll match Lashana's fighting spirit, even though she's not technically a fighter, but she has the spirit of one. Mightyena will matches Lashana's determination and mightiness in certain situations. As for Froakie, remember that little frog in the episode Total Drama Island that Lasana had to catch? Yeah, they're both frogs. They're both blue. I feel like that'd be pretty funny. Now for Duncan. His team consists of Ariados, Greninja, Pangoro, Toxtricity, Gengar, and his lead Scrafty. Crafty, the name speaks for itself, is pretty well crafty, and I feel like that'll match Duncan pretty well. As for Ariados, I based that off of Scruffy, Duncan's pet spider. Greninja's pretty stealthy, and I think that'll match Duncan pretty well. As for Pangoro, both Pangoro and Duncan are known to be pretty tough, but they're also known to be soft around those that they call their friends. As we see in the anime, Pangoro is protective of his friends, the Panchums. And I think that matches Duncan's personality with being tough, yet having the soft side pretty well. Toxtricity is the most punk-like Pokemon there is, and I think that also matches Duncan's personality, who's also a punk very well. As for Gengar is mischievous, and I feel like him and Duncan will pull some mean pranks on people. Now for Heather. Her team consists of Miss Magius, Sableye, Curlia, Mawile, Superior, and her lead Vespiquen. Vespiquen, Queen Bee, Heather, Queen Bee. That's self-explanatory. Miss Magius, I think Miss Magius mischievous nature will match Heather pretty well, since they're both pretty crafty, and be able to scheme and trick others to do their bidding. As for Sableye is pretty deceitful and sneaky, which also matches Heather's manipulative and cunning personality. Curlia, I think Heather will have Curlia, since we know Heather is kind of a ballerina, as you see it in the talent show episode Total Drama Island. And as for Mawile, I think Mawile will match Heather pretty well, since although it looks harmless, it got to be pretty dangerous with that with the freaking jaws that thing calls hair. I think its deceitfulness will match Heather pretty well. And Superior, I wanted to give Heather a snake-like Pokemon. I feel like Superior would make the most sense in terms of personality and cunningness. Now for Gwen. Her team consists of Umbreon, Absol, Miss Magius, Decidueye, Smeargle, and her lead Gothitelle. Gothitelle, I don't even need to go into detail about. I really don't. Umbreon and Absol. I feel like they'll match Gwen, seeing as Umbreon is a pretty mysterious Pokemon, along with his independent nature, which matches Gwen very well, as she is an independent person. And same goes for Absol. Like Absol is known as the disaster Pokemon, and although people may think it brings disaster, it's really just a friendly Pokemon that wants to help others, which is Gwen. Don't judge the book by its cover is the best way to put that. Miss Magius is a mysterious Pokemon. Gwen is a mysterious person. I feel like their aura would clash well with each other. As for Decidueye is known as the ruler of the Silent Forest, and I feel like Gwen will appreciate a Pokemon that's known for its silence and cunningness in battle. And Smeargle will match Gwen, since she's kind of a sketcher and Smeargle's a painter. I think that'll work well with each other. Now for Owen, his team this is like one of the easiest teams to think of. His team consists of Slacking, Ludicolo, Tropius, Ursaring, Greedent, and his lead Snorlax. Snorlax is self-explanatory. I don't need to go into detail about that. Same with Greedent. As for Slacking and Owen are both pretty lazy, and I think that'll go well with each other. And Ludicolo will match Owen's carefree personality. Tropius, Owen will have Tropius, seeing as it'll just be eating the fruit that grows off of his neck. Yeah, I think Owen will be the type of person to do that. As for Ursaring, Owen will work well with Ursaring, seeing as it worked well with that bear in the Top Dog episode, the Final Four episode in Total Drama Action. Now for Sierra. Her team consists of Wigglytuff, Hatterene, Smoochum, Lopunny, Passimian, and her lead Pikachu. So, as for Pikachu is the face of the Pokemon franchise. And I think Sierra, who is a big fan of Total Drama, will want a Pokemon that's basically the face of the Pokemon franchise, hence Pikachu. As for Wigglytuff and Lopunny, although they seem harmless, much like Sierra, they're not. They can be pretty tough and dangerous when provoked and in the right situations. As for Hatterene, Hatterene has the ability to make others see illusions and can lure people into certain illusions based on what they see. I think Sierra with her. I don't know why Sierra would do that. Yes, I do. She's creepy. Anyway, Smoochum. I'm pretty sure Smoochum will go well with Sierra, seeing as they're both pretty with the ones they love and are pretty persistent with that as well. And Persimmon, I feel like like in World Tour, the Africa episode, you know how Sierra beat up all those baboons. I think she'll have I think she'll be able to control the Persimmon pretty well. Last but not least, Alejandro. I'm not doing Blaney. I don't want to attempt Blaney, so we're ending things with Alejandro. And his team consists of Electros, Superior, Charizard, Pancham, Aegislash, and his lead Hypno. As you all seen, Alejandro can hypnotize people, so I'm pretty sure Hypno will go well with that. As for Electros, I wanted to give Alejandro an eel like Pokemon, as Noah calls him a slippery eel. I think that was the best choice. As for Superior, same concept, like Superior's a snake, Alejandro's a snake. I think they'll work well with each other. Charizard, I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to use Charizard for at least one of these people, but I couldn't really match Charizard with anyone else. I feel like Alejandro will be best for Charizard. Um, As for Pancham, remember the baby panda that Alejandro had in Japan? Yeah, I think that clashed pretty well. And as for Aegis Slash is known for Alejandro's cunningness and ability to change his strategy depending on. All right then. That's all the Pokemon teams for the first generation. I'll be sure to do a video with the Revenge of the Island cast, the Pocket 2 cast, and maybe even the reboot cast. We'll see in the future. Until then, I'm Silverwing, signing out.